Black Panther, Wakanda Forever is out today on Apple TV. You know what I'm watching, right? You know what I'm watching today. I'm excited to get to see that movie. It's funny. My wife and I used to go to the movie theaters like all the time. And then the big C-19 hit and we were like, and it's not appealing anymore. I mean, even we've got a theater over here in St. Peter's. It's like one of those when you get your own private chair and everything is pretty cool. And you can like recline them back and it's pretty neat. I think they even have, I don't think that's the one. There's another one in town. They actually have like waiters and stuff that'll bring you food while you're eating. But it's just like there's just like no appeal to going to the theater anymore. And I don't think Hollywood has really figured that out. I don't know. Maybe if you go to the theater, if you still go out to movies and see them like at the movie theater, just comment theater below or watching it. We just like to wait for it to come out on Apple TV or something like that. Unfortunately, we canceled our subscription to Disney and Netflix and anybody else that's sort of gotten wackadoodle crazy with all of their political stuff. Anyway, so but we have Apple TV. So we're going to do that, download that movie here. We're going to do popcorn movie and chill out and watch that this evening. So excited to be able to do that. Having some absolutely fun in 2023. Yep. So not a huge big screen, but big enough to enjoy it. We've actually got one of those pull down screens, Steve, but we got to get a new projector for that. So we're just going to watch it on a regular sort of large TV, which is nice. Working on a really big screen TV and working on creating a room in the house to put a big TV in there and a big sound system just to blow our heads off and get some of them cool movie theater chairs and set that up. But it's like nonstop projects around the house. Anyway, want to jump in and talk about some trading options that are available for you. I'm going to talk about real trading here. And again, there's a lot of options out there you can get into to jump into the Forex and crypto market. There's some accounts that you can have people trade for you, which I'm actually enrolled in one of those and absolutely love it. And then there's some that you can actually go out and open up your own trading account and learn how to trade yourself and do that. And then there's some that are sort of what I call the cheat off the copycat. It's actually a copycat system I'm going to share with you that I've run. And I want to just give you some tips. This is an actual account that's live, and you've got to jump through some hoops to set it together. So you got to be a little bit technical savvy, but if you can follow instructions and set everything up, it's pretty cool. I'm going to show you an example of funding this account with $3,000 and making it run sort of on autopilot. The biggest challenge that you have here is that this type of account has a tendency to go and draw down, and you can see it. And if you're not mindset savvy, it's going to mess with you, and you're going to mess your money up. So that's the only deal there. If you don't understand trading, you don't know how to work it, this will mess up your day all day long. Hey, Rosalind, thanks for swinging by. Steve, thanks for swinging by. Man, I'm excited for you, Steve. Man, I'm really excited to get you rock and roll on the other project we talked about today. Rosalind, I know she's enrolled in a trading class. Told me that I don't have time to take my class. I'm picking on you a little bit. You got to get in and start taking those classes, because once you learn the skill, it'll just take you to the next level of being able to look at stuff, evaluate stuff, know when to get in and when to get out. And there's just so much crap floating around right now. It's really hard to tell if something's really legitimate or if it's just crap. And thank God I learned how to trade, because I can look at something and say, it's just math doesn't add up, right? So anyway, jumping over to this, I want to show this with you. It's called a copycat system. They've actually got traders that trade. Like I said before, you've got to sit on your hands. I highly recommend, if you're going to do this account, that you start with at least $3,000. You can go with less, but there is a monthly fee to enroll and sort of copy off the smart kids. It's about $150 a month, but I recommend that you do this. And again, they feed all the trades. And I'll show you how that works here, but I want to do some math with you. That's something that you decide to do. I'd recommend that you have at least a little bit of trading skill under your belt before you jump in and do this. However, if you follow my instructions and pay attention, and you can sit on your hands through some extended drawdown periods, you can make some pretty decent money with this program. So let me jump over here and share this with you. Very cool. And if you just have any other questions about things that you've looked at in the market and you're interested in those types of things as well, you can definitely reach out to me and we'll talk about some options to look into. Again, I'm not the end all meet all guy. I'm not giving investment advice. I'm just sharing some information with you so you can take it where you want to. Past performance doesn't guarantee future results. And I'm just going to show you some hypotheticals here, if you would, right? So this is a spreadsheet that I put up, and actually Started here just on January 9th. I opened up an account with $3,000. And my goal, I was doing 3% a day as a daily goal for growing my trading account. And that was just, I had too much going on to pay attention to that. In all honesty, trading does take a little bit of activity, but with all my coaching and everything else going on, just didn't have time to jump in and do that. So I figured it'd be a little bit more conservative and just back off to 3% a week, right? 3% a week. And here's what I want to show you on 3% a week. And in this copycat system, you'll notice this is week one. This is entire week. So started out on January 9th, deposit $3,000. The goal is to get 3% a week. That entire week, the entire Monday through Friday week, I only had to make $90 to stay on track with this to get my 3%. I set my lot size at 0.15 in this account, which is basically 1/2 of this number here in terms of a 0.15, because 15 and 15 is 30, right? So got it. And I did that because it's a very, very conservative lot size based on this, because it goes into drawdown, and I didn't want to be in drawdown forever, and I wanted to profit. So these are the first 3 weeks, this week here, and this isn't a real number. This is just where I need to be. But right now, as of the close of yesterday, January 31st, yesterday I had $288.26 in a balance, all on autopilot, didn't do anything. Now I messed it up a little bit because I went in and did some stuff. So I'd actually be about $140 ahead if I paid attention to my own instructions, which I didn't. Learning curve there. Sometimes you just gotta poke the bear to test the monkey to see if you're talking right. So I did this. So this next week, coming into week 4, was basically now through this coming Friday, February 1st through whatever the end of the week is, basically Monday through Friday. I think we're on Wednesday right now, but basically to come through the next 7 days, I need to generate another $98 sort of on autopilot to stay ahead of my 3%. But I want to show you this, right? That's not a lot of money. Dang, Forrest, I just got to make $100. And of course, month of February, the next 4 weeks, I need to do about $400, and the next 4 weeks about $450, which comes out to about $100. Not even $100 a day, because you're at $100 a day, you'd be at $500. So as this transitions through here, right, and you'll notice here when I got to $4,000, I bumped my lot size to 2.0. Now, as this happens inside the software, you'll need to maybe adjust your math a little bit to stay ahead of this, because I want to make sure that I stay ahead of this $120. Now, for example, just today, I did $157, which pushed me way over the threshold here in terms of being able to make that up. So it bumped my total balance up really, really quick. So my goal through these is to stay ahead of this. If I make this up in one day, fine. I'm just going to keep letting it run until it pushes me ahead, and then I can adjust my lot size. And a lot size is how you can determine what kind of leverage you have based on the balance you have, based on the trading, so on and so forth. But you'll learn that. But if you follow instructions, you'll notice that at $4,000, my plan is to bump it to 2. At $5,000, to bump it to 0.25. $6,000, 0.3. $7,000, 0.35. $8,000, 0.4. And again, this isn't 4 point. This is 0.4. So it's not even 0.5%, right? Here at $10,000 is 0.5 lot size. It's not one full lot. 12,000 is 0.6, 14,000 is 0.7, 16,000 is 0.8. And then when I actually get to the 20 grand mark, it's actually one full lot size. But that, again, that's 66 weeks in. And of course, down here at week 79, which is basically just about 6 months or 18 months in, 18 months in a week, because it's actually 18.27 or something like that is the time to get that. My entire week to get to this number, I'd have to earn $902 for the entire week, which again, if you're adjusting lot size and trading on autopilot, that should work. And it puts me at 30 grand, starting out with $3,000 into this auto trading system. It does take a little bit of management. You just need to check each day and see where you're going. Be able to sit on your hands, right? Because there is drawdown that happens. Let me see where I'm at today on autopilot here real quick. And of course, the markets run basically Sunday night at 5 p.m. Eastern to Friday night at 5 p.m. Eastern. That's when the Forex trading markets go. They just trade specifically Forex, which is nice. So yeah, right now I've got 3 accounts in drawdown. But if I sit on those and I set up a buy stop on one to generate a little extra money on the way back. If you don't know how to do that, that's absolutely okay. Don't worry about it. But again, I wanted to show you when it comes to trading, you don't have to make a lot of money consistently. Now, your other option to this, if you just want to do what we call flat rate trading, maybe you just want to make $500 a week, you can do the math to figure out where would I need to do to make $500 a week. as you can see right here, $500 in a week would be somewhere in this range. So you'd have to do about $125 a day, right? Roughly. Yep. About $125 a day would generate you about $500 a week. You can do flat week trading. If you want to do $1,000 a week, then of course you'd have to do $250 a day to do $1,000, and that's probably somewhere down in this area. Yep, right in this area is where you'd be. And again, that's an $8,000 balance. But you can push that there depending on what you want to do for trading, because you can control the money, right? But Forrest, I don't want to learn how to trade. I don't want to do that. Again, you don't really have to learn how to trade, but I'd recommend understanding the basics. And then you can set yourself up in a really cool system like this that feeds directly into your trading account and opens and closes all the accounts on autopilot. All you got to be able to do is just adjust some of this stuff and set it up. So if that's something you're interested in, you'd like to learn more about that opportunity, reach out to me. I'm gonna come straight with you and let you know it's not something just to jump into to see if it's going to work. You need to make sure that you have money to light on fire, because if you blow your account, and the money's not going to be there anymore. There's no way to recover it. That's part of trading, right? So you got to be able to manage your risk, understand your risk and what you're throwing into. And if you're not open to that, I've got a backup plan that can basically do the same thing for you. I've been averaging about 3%. That's completely on autopilot. You don't have to do anything about it, but other than sit back and collect your money every single Friday, which is very, very cool. Very exciting about that option as well. If you'd like to learn more about either one of those opportunities, feel free to reach out to me. I'm at 314-498-7688. Highly recommend, if you're going to get into any of these types of markets, that you actually enroll into trading and learn how to trade. Now, you don't have to trade, but if you learn the basics, if you understand it, you're not going to get scammed as easily, right? Love you, appreciate you. Jesus loves you. Absolutely nothing you can do about that. I'm on a mission to have no more empty refrigerators and help you make a lot of money. Have a great 2023. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.